Drivy Zoo. Zoo. Iblos. Akanos Noom. Vodiat. Blondo. Oh.
Tapula. Angleno.
Jipuna nar.
Shalu Kabasi.
Bibla. Dumpster. Neep.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh.
Zikorno. Schnurda.
Vipaba. Gurk Ibsi Hixa.
Vidorko Nidni. If
Ah, Nobugarne. Ooh, Skipa Nejaklon? Johabla. Didi.
Jacob.
Alibi Babazuni. Bazuni.
Barba Gronk. Escula Baba.
Weeba do. Bappy Vognish.
Hi everyone, welcome back to MySims Kingdom. Here we are in Rocket Reef. And in this one, right away, you have a lot of different things you can do. Well, we will in a couple of minutes. First, we have to get Tobor's shit together. I'm pretty sure Tobor is the name of the robot that Max is building in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's obviously, robot backwards. And this game did come out after that movie, so I think maybe EA, or, whoever is the developer who actually made these decisions. I'm sure it wasn't the EA. I didn't mean to imply that the company, the EA executives were insisting on the character being named Tobor. But anyway, yeah, maybe they stole it from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's pretty whack. That's like that one, I forget what movie it was, but there was like a recent like superhero movie or otherwise like big blockbuster film that Red Letter Media did a half in the bag review of, and Mike pointed out that it has like an identical plot to a random episode of Danny Phantom, which I was mostly taken aback by the fact that Mike Stoklasa even like has seen any episodes of Danny Phantom, because that's definitely not the kind of show I really peg him as watching, and very much like after his time, because that was like a mid-2000s show and he's like 47 years old or whatever. Anyway, so with Rocket Reef, just doing the requisite beginning of level things that I do at the beginning of every level in this game, as I've talked about, where I kind of just try to collect all of the major bits, not doing any mining or like active hunting for essences, although we will be doing that soon. And then it really isn't going to be until the second half of this video that we actually start like moving things into place and doing the actual tasks that these people want us to do, because it's going to be split between Tobor, Vic, who I like can't remember if we've even met him yet, and Dr. F and Alexa, the scientist people. Anyway, yeah, 14 pieces for just his torso, I suppose, and well, I guess that makes sense. Also, his head, the like screen on his head makes me think of like Leapfrog, the like interactive Leapfrog shits. You know what I mean? And here I am thinking that I'm supposed to be catching these legs and not chasing them over to him. But I figured it out eventually. It's kind of funny how they just walk like... You know, the funny thing is that these legs are probably like a character model, since it is animated like a character and everything. Or maybe it's not, because it acts like an animal where you step behind it and it goes the opposite direction. I don't know. I don't know how games are made. Also, I don't know if I've ever actually said this in a video, but you may be wondering, and people have asked me before, not really saying that they like don't like it or it's bad or whatever, but asked me why I will give the video like 1 or 2 minutes sometimes without any commentary, like basically going until dialogue is done and like gameplay has begun. That rhymed unintentionally. And the reasons for that are the main one is just so that I'm not spending quite as much time recording audio, because most of the time if I did a little hello at the beginning, I would just say hi and then like be quiet for 2 minutes while the cutscenes go, or I would just ramble over absolutely everything. And I don't know, I kind of like just having a bit of, not silence because you're hearing the game, but you know what I mean, just chilling, and then I show up. I don't know. That's just kind of the way I've been doing things with these post-commentary LPs, and I like it this way. So anyway, yeah, we are immediately given a million scrolls to do. All of these things that all of them want us to do involve at least one scroll. And so usually when I play this level, I spend a good chunk of time at the beginning just seeing what everybody wants and just doing a lot of bulk collection of resources to complete all of the scrolls, and then going one by one and going through all of them. Obviously, that is a long process that I don't think you would want to watch even a little bit of. So I just kind of cut around in a little while, show you just generally what stuff, you know, is to be found. And we also have this extra scroll, save that. Rockets are the big thing in this level. Rockets and bananas, those are the two tree essences that you get here. Rockets obviously make a lot of sense. Bananas, don't know why they picked this place to have bananas. The ground here looks like, well, it looks like rocky, but also like metal, and it doesn't look like a whole lot of stuff would grow here. I mean, you got these weird trees just jutting out of these big rocks, which I guess is a thing that happens in real life. I hate how unrealistic MySims Kingdom is. It makes me very angry. So anyway, yeah, the next couple of minutes is just going to be that, running around collecting resources and stuff. This video that you're watching was 2 like full sittings of recording for me. Like I spent the time I usually take doing a whole level, at least so far, recording just the first half of this, because I took a lot of time to try to get as much shit as I can. And I mean, you do need a lot of things between these, 4 scrolls, and then I think I got at least 1 bonus one. And a lot of it was fishing. I spent like 25 minutes fishing here, and mostly got a bunch of eels. But I also got robo-fish, which is something that you need. This is a lot of what the game is, and this is why I think, because I wanted to show off at least one of these MySims games in some capacity. And I do think that the first MySims game would still be pretty good for a stream. I know that, like, right now this isn't this LP so far is not, popping off the charts compared to my other Let's Plays. At least so far, as I'm uploading it, which is fine, and honestly, I kind of expected it. It's not a game for everybody, and it's not, it doesn't have the kind of gameplay, the gameplay may not be as engaging to watch as, something a little bit more straightforward as something like Galaxy or whatever. And also, I think I have kind of inadvertently carved out a niche for myself, a kind of kind of game that I am normally doing, and that's of course licensed platformers and things. And this is not that, and that not being that kind of game has always like immediately been kind of a what word am I looking for? It's a quality that, kind of out the gate means that there's going to be slightly less viewership as I upload it than other stuff. Although plenty of stuff that I've done has taken a little while to truly pop off. I think I've noted before, either in a video or in a stream at this point, that my open season LP has been pretty consistently getting a lot of views the last couple of months. There's another armor piece. It's pretty cool. I like how you get angry essences from running on the treadmill. I also get angry when I run. And yeah, we need a bunch of emotion essences, so you just gotta give a bunch of flowers to Alexa, kiss some ass, and then kick some ass to get some sad things. And I decided to fuck with Dr. F because he's like the character that I care the least if they don't like me. Which again, I don't really think actually affects anything in the gameplay, but as a person who doesn't like when people are mad at me in real life, whenever I have to make someone mad in a video game, I try to make it so that it's someone that I don't give a fuck about.
Dribby Zuvap. Arbadu Ripsy. Wablong.
Sambandu Paribi.
But yeah, that open season LP, there's just one random video in the middle of that LP that has like 15,000 views for some reason, in the middle of a lot of videos that have much less than that, and I think it's kind of funny. And I have no idea why. Like, I think from looking at analytics, it is coming from like the video being in the recommended videos of something else, but I don't know what it is, and like just why that one specific video, like what about it. Part of me thought that it might be from the thumbnail, because it's kind of a funny thumbnail. It's the one where Boog's head is mounted on the wall, or it looks like Boog's head. I mean, it's the model for his head. Anyway, yeah, here's building the lab, and like when I'm building any building in this game, it's basically just piling on a bunch of bullshit until I meet the requirements. I don't really put all that much stock into making things look appealing. And there you go, that's good enough for them. They're fucking computer people. They don't know what shit looks good. They're just like, oh yeah, completely solid blue color and no windows, and there's a generator on top of the door and 8 satellites on the roof. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, we are needed in the lab, but that is actually a little cool little thing that you have to do, and I wanted to save it for a little bit later. and we have a lot of connecting things to do in this level. I think this is why I always sort of looked forward to this level when I was a kid, because I've said before that a lot of my favorite parts of this game are the parts where you don't have to build something necessarily, but when you have to connect pipes, axles, gears, water. I already said pipes. We're going to be doing electrical wiring in this level later on as well, and we're going to be hooking up some stuff that needs power. So yeah, right now we are using the gearbox. I don't know why I am confused here, but whatever. The gearbox allows you to make a turn in the gears, and here I was trying to get away with just using one gearbox because I usually use two, so I thought I would try to connect them with big gears, because I think someone can check, if someone who's paying attention to the video, not like I am, can, if you want, take a look and count up the mana I'm using here for this connection, and then if it's less than 25, then my strategy is awesome and I've saved on mana. So yeah, pretty good, and I kind of like the big gears. I mean, they're kind of in the way, but I don't know, it makes it look like a cool machine. But anyway, there's a lot of connecting shit in this level, so I think I always had an affinity for this level, and the early parts of the game in general, although there are some levels that we'll have access to later on that I also remember fondly. But I actually don't remember much about, like, the second half of this game as much as I do this first half, because I played up until, like, 2 levels after this when I played on my, like, practice file before this LP. So I don't remember a lot of it afterward, you know what I mean? Of course, Tobor can't just have a simple bridge. He's gonna have a bridge with all this fucking bullshit on it for his place, but it does, you know, look cool. I understand that, you know, it's a level, you want an aesthetic theme and whatever, but it's, you know. Well, at least that when you do something nice for someone, they shoot mana out of their fucking brains, and then you're able to do more stuff for them. That's kind of funny that you get mana from people, like they come out of people. Maybe it's like serotonin, you know, it's like a hormone mana. You use the power of your wishes and desires to conjure these things. That's what the mana does. I wonder if there's anybody who, like, takes the lore and characters of these games, like, really seriously in the way that some people do for some things. Probably not. I'm going to venture probably no. But I do know that there are people who just are fans of these games, because I remember back in the days of forums being a thing that, like, most people who were on the internet a lot would do instead of social media stuff. I was on NeoSeeker as well as GameFAQs, and I would look at the page for this game and the first game and shoot the shit. And man, sometimes I think back to my posting on NeoSeeker days, and I low-key want to off myself, because all that shit is just on the internet now. And I was posting then during when I was like age like 10 through 15, which was probably my most annoying era of my life so far. Like, just in terms of my quality of posts and interests and things, it's I don't know. It just very cringe for me to think about now. Obviously, that's the thing with like everybody with stuff from the past, but I am correct to feel this way. But I was, at the time, I was vibing. I saw nothing wrong with what I was doing. I felt cool as shit. And I thought that I had great taste in video games. And I would read about this game with other children who played it. Anyway, here's this cool lab. It's kind of neat inside. There's water coming out of the pipes. And you gotta connect them to these big tubs of stuff, and this will make the rocket go somehow. This one's kind of fun, super simple, and once again, with all of these connection things, I'm sure that the way I'm doing it is not the most efficient or whatever, but you know, it's all in the experience of playing the game, you know? You may not do everything the exactly perfect way, but you do it your way, and that's what makes gaming so special. I was talking to Liv earlier today about there's a guy at work who, like, I've just been, like, inundated with shitty opinions from people at work lately, and so that's been kind of aggravating. And so I was having a conversation with someone at work today, and they were actually, like, making sense and saying things that I agreed with and thought were correct. And it was very refreshing. And I was thinking about, well, what is the difference between this person and the vast majority of people in their position that usually think dumb things? And the difference I have gathered is that he is a gamer. Because he is a big gamer, unlike a lot of the other people that work there, have his same job. And I think gaming makes you smart. I don't think that at all. I instantly disagreed with my own thing there. I don't think that gaming on its own makes you smart, because just as soon as I finished saying that sentence, I thought about, like, 10 of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life, and all of them are gamers. Which is not to say that all gamers are dumb. I'm just saying, very clearly all gamers can't be smart, because some of the most prodigiously stupid people in the world right now are gamers. So, sorry. Here's me just enjoying this lab setting. That shitty blue color. I'm so stupid. I was like, it's blue for science. To me, science is blue. Or green. Don't know why. Those just make sense to me. My notebooks for science classes were usually green. What did I use blue for? I think I usually used blue for English, because blue was my favorite color growing up, and English was my favorite subject. And then usually I would use red for math, because math was my least favorite subject, and red is pain and blood, which is what I felt in my face when I did math.
Chaka Asi, Chaka Luna, Chaka Gusu, Papulali, Barba Gronk, Escula Baba, Barba Gronka Suna.
Snorg.
So Dr. F is the operator of the I Fucking Love Science Facebook page. He likes to, post about the stars and epic bacon. He probably follows Neil deGrasse Tyson on Twitter and guffaws at Tyson owning the Dumbos in Hollyweird who keep making fictional films that don't stack up to scientific scrutiny. That's just the vibe that I get from, like, the yelling, the repeating of the word science while being very dumb, etc., and not actually, like, being science. He's like, I am gonna blow up a man for science, and what will we learn from it? It's kind of like how whenever, like, a Tesla, anytime that someone's Tesla, like, fucking kills them, or whatever, and then you get all the Elon Musk stans in the comments who will be like, oh, but you see, this person almost dying or dying is actually, it's great data. You know, it's going to give us... We looked at the data. It gives us good data to go off of so we can learn what to do next time, like how to make the car not blow up and shit like that. Yeah. Don't take this seriously. I don't know dick shit about Tesla or anything, but I do like making fun of Elon Musk stands because, like, first of all, standing anybody... Well, I'm not going to say standing anybody is dumb because I stand people, but they're cool people like Danny DeVito. Don't do a billionaire, and especially not Elon Musk, who is one of the most annoying billionaires that we have. Yeah. So yeah, this part's cool, hooking up the pooters for the LAN party. Pretty cool. A little bit hard of a little bit difficult angle here because you can't, like, I don't know, there's like all these fuckers are on the computer and they're doing stuff, and you gotta, like, you're seeing what I'm doing, and there's no platform here, so you gotta, like, stand precariously, but you know, you make it work. And yeah, I love with the connecting things in this game, like the wires and stuff, how it's just like there's a bunch of shit just strewn around. It's how I feel whenever I try to do redstone stuff in Minecraft. It's like, I have no idea how people do, like, unintrusive redstone things. That was always something in that game that, like, completely eluded me in terms of being able to do it. So yeah, now you just, like, wait for them to play video games, I guess. And in the meantime, we're gonna help Vic play video games by hooking up his gamer machine. I would love to have a pinball machine in my house. That's probably one of the, like, the most ostentatious, like, item that I desire to have. Like, the most expensive thing and, like, unnecessary thing that I think I would want is... It would be really cool to have, like, a legit pinball cabinet, or, like, an arcade cabinet. Probably pinball, though, because I'm better at pinball than I am at, like, basically any classic arcade game, probably. If I had an arcade cabinet, I would want it to be something crazy, like, you know, like one of the light gun games, or, like... Did Hydro Thunder have a arcade version that, like, an actual cabinet, or just something like that? Something like Hydro Thunder, you know what I mean? One of those, like, kind of quirky, goofy racing games that, you know, you would see at, like, Grotto Pizza or Dave & Buster's and stuff.
Chambu Dorba Yaka Simina Muna.
Neeb.
Please, Halukasabu.
Absamubi, Chip.
I had some stuff, some, like, random things that I wanted to talk about, and I don't know, I only have a couple minutes left in this video. We're not finishing the level in this, video, by the way. The end of it is going to be at the beginning of the next video because, I don't know, they do a lot of dilly-dallying in this level. Vic is now finding out that he's probably going to die, and so he is sad. So we have to socialize with him and make him not sad. I remember posting Eat Your Grief sandwiches on the Neoseeker MySims Kingdom forum and being, like, an epic quote guy, you know? That's, like, the easiest kind of post to make, is just a quote from the thing that you're talking about that you know people like, because they'll be like, oh yeah, I played it. Anyway, you know what? I am going to talk about something really quick. I'm intrigued personally by my thing that I said last time about esports Olympics. For those of you who are still watching the video and like to leave comments, which I, by the way, encourage everyone to do more often. I enjoy getting comments and people telling me about things in the video that, or like whatever, about the game, you know. What games you think would be the most popular internationally to watch with general audiences if esports were as big as the Olympics? I think that's a fun topic. Maybe I'll share my own thoughts next time.